sorcerer place. Yep. This is the land of timed buttons. Well, I would say it's the land of instant death too, but that's everywhere, so that doesn't really mean anything. That button is going to activate that platform, so... Wow, that's just perfectly timed to be a jerk, huh? What is the point of that platform? Oh well, I don't know what that's about, but I won't worry about it, I guess. Check that out. Also, this door isn't actually a door. I didn't trust that platform there. Mimic. I guess it's immune. Oh, okay. I guess I was supposed to know that was there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. Alright. There we go. Now that area up there looks kind of suspicious. Oh. The blue-eyed lion rewards courage. Well, I already have that, so... I guess there's nothing up here, though. Weirdly empty room. Ah, hey. It's time for another Castlevania reference. I think this is specifically from Symphony of the Night. Okay, I'm not sure what that attack was about. Seems like the name of the game here is just keep your distance. health is a bit too high, honestly. I'd like to know how he's equipping 2 weapons at once, because that's ridiculous. I can't do that. Alright, the boomerang just doesn't do enough damage to be worth it. Maybe exploding fire would work? Or would at least help? Once again, a boss that you have to sit through a long cutscene anytime you want to try a fight again. Yeah, that does better damage than the other spell did. It's pretty ridiculous that he can do collision damage to me, but I can't do collision damage to him. How did that happen? How does it keep exploding itself without actually starting, without actually shooting? It's kind of irritating. His walk isn't animating anymore. That's weird. I think that's a bug. That looks real silly. He's just sliding around. There we go. Huh. He didn't even drop a boss art. Lame. These are in time with the music, I think. Or they're really close, like infuriatingly close. Oh. I should have guessed. That's why we save after beating a boss. Whoops. Okay, sure, physics. Alright, another this guy. Alright, it's not too bad. Oh. Okay. I didn't have time to register that spike mentally before it already killed me. Alright. Okay. Didn't quite make that jump. I thought he would be dead at some point. Earlier than he actually was. Lest we forget, every jump in this game has to be exceedingly tight. With very little room for error, if any at all. Okay. What the heck? I had no trouble whatsoever with this part before. There, my controller's stuck. had no choice but to take damage there. What the heck? Why is it exploding instantly instead of actually traveling distance first? I have no idea what's up with this haphazard mess of platforms anyway. What the heck? Almost at 200 now. Because of stingy save point location, I have to do this again. Go out of our way to take as little damage as possible before that point, and then invariably get killed by some spike or something before then. Yep. What the heck? Why is that jump so finicky? Well, wait for that. Here we go. That's a start. Just gonna leave quickly as possible from that room. Take as little damage from the demon chocobo as possible. Right, now I don't have to worry about getting killed by this jerk. Oh, that's a little rude. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. How did that happen? Whoa, what? I found a thing. Okay. I think that's just an Easter egg. Come on! Why? That almost killed me. Thank you. Well, not much I could have done to avoid that. I don't know what that gate meant. Probably that I shouldn't be here on 0 health. But who knows? There might be a save point here somewhere. Oh. Better still, here's the warp point. I'll take that. Whew. Alrighty then. Oh, and here's a save point. So this feels pretty in-game-ish. I'm just gonna go back and start exploring. Oh, cool. He dropped the axe. I don't know why I equipped it, given that it's probably nowhere near as good as what I had. But I can always undo that. Heavy but very powerful arcs upwards. I think any of the enemies that throw axes around can have some chance of dropping that. So I could, in theory, have gotten that much earlier from the axe armors back in, like, the start of the castle. Alright, so... just get rid of that guy. There's clearly more to this area than that. Yeah, so I have to hit this, then make my way up there again before its timer runs out. That was almost quick enough. There we go. Well, I don't like this. Okay. Is that all that's in this room? Just a golden skeleton? That seems a little silly. Why all this work just to reach a golden skeleton? Well, that's a bit of a dead end. I guess I'm gonna find out what's up this way. Empty room? Oh, hey. Well... whoops. Aw. So he was too strong, but he didn't kill you or capture you or anything? Okay. Yeah, I think this here is the final boss. And even if I beat him, I might be headed for a not-so-great ending. He's quite powerful. Yeah, alright. I guess it's time to go back and try to mop up some things. I think I needed like 20,000 money. To buy the Dreamstone, and I still don't quite have that. Guess I'll check something. Right, now, I feel like there's an item that, causes more platforms to be here, but that might be an item that you get from this guy. So I'm not totally sure. Huh. Explosion spell seems fairly good against him if I could stop taking tons of damage at least. I just don't understand this guy's movement pattern. What I'd like him to do is swoop down in a way that's predictable so that I can jump over him, but doesn't seem like that's what he wants to do. Oh, come on, what, he's invincible? I think this guy might actually just be weak to explosions or something. Or the explosion spell does a lot more damage than I thought it did. Because, wow. Check it out. Awesome. Alright. Good. Okay, yeah, so killing him causes the platforms to appear here, Tetris platforms, which then allow you to fight more bosses. I think each boss probably makes more Tetris exist. So I guess we're on this road now, since I don't know what else to do until I get enough money for the Dreamstone. Oh. It's like, okay, now you can have a save point inside the tower. Check it out, I think this is a Mega Man reference back here. Notice that there are now spikes behind me, and he has a pushback effect. This guy's entire existence is crystal. Whoops. Dang it. May not make it this time, but beating him certainly seems in reach. that's the golden thing, if you can get that position. And just spam attack at him. Right, let them fall again. Oops. Well, the idea of letting them fall is that I'm not supposed to get hit by them, but... Ah, almost had him. Excuse me. What? I was nowhere near death. I guess the top of his head counts as spiky death? That has to be my assumption, because otherwise I don't know what's supposed to have just killed me. Or, I don't know, I guess he does more damage with those small crystals than I thought. I don't know what brought me so low on health so quickly there, but okay. Whoops. Okay, I need that needs to stop happening. What the heck? That moved way too fast to dodge. The idea. Just have lots of horizontal movement all the time. Also, when he dies, he's still there in the background, and he still acts as a platform. He's just no longer attacking me. Alright. Now I can ride the Tetris up a little farther. Oh, hey, a thing. Money. I'll take it. I need money. Oops. Intermediate prizes are nice. It's gonna be a lot of platform to do every time I die to this boss. There's something to this. Yeah, this, I remember this. So, the weird little, like, raindrops or whatever, you can see them land on invisible platforms here. And this is a cool idea and all, but the problem is that if I die to what's up ahead, I have to do this again. Every time I die to this boss, I'm gonna have to do that again. Welcome, brave one. I am the Dimensional Guardian, X. The fabric between dimensions has been torn by a dark energy. I am bound to this tower, but I can give you a powerful gift. First, I will need to test your resolve. Prepare yourself. Oh boy. yeah, this is not an easy fight. I think that crystal on his head is the only vulnerable part of him. And he can just instant kill me, which is just great. So anytime I die to that boss, I have to do this platforming. Which isn't deadly, but is non-trivial. Then I have to do this nonsense, which is very easy to just die on if you haven't completely memorized exactly where things are, and if you don't feel like waiting around half an hour for it to show you where the platforms are. And then he can just slam his sword down on you and kill you in one hit. Great! At least you can skip this guy's bladder, unlike Ruth. Also, unlike most attacks that look like these Cheerio orbs, I cannot hit them back at it for some reason. I don't know why. But he has an understandable pattern. Just every time that you're under his sword, he'll try to swing it down at you. And that takes so long that if you're paying enough attention and can move to one side of him, you're probably not going to die. It's just not very easy. And if you mess up one time, then you die. If you mess up in a way that lets you get hit by a sword, I mean. Well, one more touch from any of his projectiles and I will die. What the heck? I don't even know what hit me. I think maybe I fell into his sword hitbox before it was finished existing. That's not right. Unlike the gauntlet before the eyeball boss, this is even more annoying in some ways because it's not hard. It's very easy to avoid dying on the way to this boss, and you don't take any damage on the way there. It's just really tedious. Because you have to wait around for that to happen. I could have done to avoid that. That was uncomfortably close. Just spawned directly on top of me. Oh, what the heck? There was no visible hurt box there that killed me, but obviously his sword swing started and I was exactly inside of it. I pretty much like everything about this boss except for the way the lead into it is handled. And I don't know, I'm not completely sure, but I'm not sure that it's the prize that it gives you for beating this boss is all that great either. I guess we'll find out though. Like, this boss has a very clearly defined set of attacks, a very distinctive pattern. It's invincible until you goad it into making itself vulnerable, which is different from a boss that's just invincible for as long as it feels like it. It feels like the player is mostly in control of the fight. Like, essentially the rules are that the ring magic appears in random locations and aims at wherever the player is when it appears. The teardrops happen at random intervals when he's not busy swinging at the player. And the swing happens just whenever the player makes it happen. In that case, I somehow managed to stumble directly into his instant death sword, so... Come on. Thank you. Oh, what the heck? It just ate my second jump for no reason. I was pushing the buttons to double jump, but it decided not to. And I don't know why. I guess that wasn't far enough. Couldn't really avoid taking damage of some sort there, so better that than instant death, I guess. I guess the way that I skipped the cutscene caused that exclamation mark to always be there? Okay. Maybe I skipped it too quickly. I don't know. Almost. I'm just trying to place myself blind because that's the only option I have other than waiting around half an hour every single time. What the heck? I just can't understand the decision to put an extremely well-designed boss behind an extremely poorly designed run-up. Once again, it ate my jump and decided that I wasn't allowed to double jump for some reason. does sometimes feel... Well, I was on the platform, and then I went back to exactly where I had been, and then I fell off and wasn't on the platform. Anyway, sometimes it does feel that the completely random nature of the ring attack is really unfair. But I went exactly to where the land was. How did I not land on land? I aimed for exactly where I saw one of the crystal drops or whatever touch land. So how did I miss land when I went exactly to where the land was? I tried to jump over that, but I couldn't because I was in too low of a ceiling. I'll give this one more try today, I suppose. course, if there weren't these Cheerios all over the place, then you could pretty much just trap him in the center of the screen and make him repeatedly sword slam, which would mean that he would never do the teardrop attack, and then just constantly hit it. Being closer to the center of the screen is somewhat advantageous in that it seems to make it a little less likely for, well, I mean, if you assume that O's spawn just about anywhere at random, horizontally speaking, the less diagonal that an O's trajectory is, the better, because the shorter that it lingers on screen, the less ground that it winds up covering. So you kind of want the O's to be aimed vertically as much as possible. Okay, well... Alright, if I have that much luck with that part, I have to try this again. I kept thinking that he was going to do the teardrop attack any time now, and I wanted to avoid that, but it didn't happen when I thought it would. Well, it's 10:59. I guess I have to call it quits for now. I'm confident I can beat that guy with a few more tries. This isn't a situation like Ruth before where I just felt too far away. I guess after beating this guy, I have to go back to Ruth's house, either to grind for money and buy the Dreamstone, or to beat Ruth, try to fight Ruth again. Either way, I guess I'll be back next week. I don't know of any reason I won't be. If you're watching this, thank you for watching, and farewell for now.